Good evening. Today let's talk about fatherhood, and it's a very important subject as today is Father's Day. It's important we understand the role and responsibility of father. We should not only celebrate Father's Day, but we should also acknowledge and also improve and also talk about the importance of fathers. Many a times we celebrate the inception of a child rather than the development of a child. Many a times we become too joyful of being a father and forgetting the responsibility that comes with it, that comes with fatherhood. I must say that a father is not just someone who gives birth. A father is not just it does not end at inception. A father is someone who takes responsibility for the development, for the training of a child, for being there for that child, for the protecting that child. We must understand that as we celebrate Father's Day, we should also look at the effect, the disadvantages of fathers not taking their responsibilities, of them just giving birth and not being there. A research published by New York Times Magazine on Father's Day 2018. On that article, according to the New York Times Magazine, it says that social scientists and behavioral scientists have proven that there is a link between a fatherlessness and a child's likelihood of being a drug addict, a dropout, a street fighter, or a victim of suicide and sexual harassment. Also in that article, New York Times said that 49% of families without father live below the poverty line. Still on the article, New York Times says that the failure of father is the cause of the social nightmares, boys with drugs and guns, and girls with babies. We must understand that the role and responsibility of a father is really, really important. More than any other factor, the presence of a father in a family will determine the child's success and the child's capacity to become successful. Fathers must understand their responsibility, and it's really hard in being a father in this 21st century. If you study our past, you will understand that our late grandparents, they collaborated, they stood together, they put the child first more than their personal needs. They worked so hard in order to make their child become successful. History have shown that fatherhood was not only giving birth, but also taking responsibility in training and developing the child, being there for that child. Too many a times we have seen boys on the street. We have seen victims of sexual harassment. These are all links that we have a failed family. And the reason we have a failed family is because we have failed fathers in the home. Ladies and gentlemen, we must take responsibility as fathers in order to ensure that we are there for our kids. We should not just give birth. We must also acknowledge responsible fathers, those who have taken responsibility, those who have accepted the responsibility of being a father, those who have set higher standards for their children. That's the role of a father. They set the perfect example Not only telling the child what to do, but setting that example and standards of success for the child. We must also acknowledge the vitality of single parents, especially single mothers. They play the role of a father and a mother, which is not easy. We have seen an increasing trend of single mothers because many a times father has failed to provide the necessary responsibilities. I really want to acknowledge the mothers out there who have taken responsibility of playing the role of a father and a mother at the same time. It's not easy. I understand growing up without a father. I understand growing up just having only a mother. Many a times, my mom has to work for hours, more than 16 hours per day, because she wants to provide for 4 kids. I understand her struggles because I believe every single mother is undergoing this struggle too. My grandfather was my father. My grandfather taught me a lot of lessons in life. His value, honesty, the caring attitude, both in family and business-wise. Most of my belief systems today comes from my grandfather. And that's what fathers do. We must also emphasize that if we fathers don't take responsibility, we'll lose the heroes of this generation. The all social nightmares, the prisons are filled with youth because of the failed fatherhood. We must accept responsibilities as fathers. We must set higher standards. We must be there to protect our kids. We must protect our family and provide for them. If we fail as fathers, then we'll have a failed family. We have a failed community. And we will also have a failed country. That's why we cannot afford to lose our families, our communities, and our nation. We must keep fighting and setting the standards, because the challenges of fatherhood is increasing day by day. But there is no excuse for us not accepting responsibility for a child. There is no excuse when a father left the family, without providing. There's no excuse for being a lazy father. We must accept the responsibilities. For if we want to regain our communities, if we want to build better communities and better families, if we want to build a better country, it is important that we start from the basics. The basics is family. Being responsible in our families, taking responsibility in our families, training the child the way he should grow. The development of a child, the training of a child is very important. That's why we must keep fighting, keep setting the best standard for our children. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. Happy Father's Day to the single mothers. And happy Father's Day to all responsible fathers. Thank you very much. May God bless you.